Hey everyone, how's it going? So I wanted to show you how to make these awesome colorful butterflies. There's so many different things you can use them on. You can see I was busy last night just making a whole bunch of them. But anyways, I got this idea from a lady called Brenda Bliss. Now it's not her exact tutorial, but I did get the idea from her. So there are a few things you're going to need. You're going to need some vellum. And as long as it's a light colored vellum and, you'll be able to color over it and, not see the background color, that's a good thing. And then you're also, of course, going to need a butterfly punch, and you got to make sure that it's a solid one. So I have this one that I use, and then I also have this one that I use. So you need to make sure that they are solid and have enough room for you to color in. And so you're also going to need a black marker, and I like to use this chisel tip marker because it's easier for me to color the wings. You're going to need some colored pencils. Don't worry about fancy schmancy brands. I just use these ones that I had from when my nieces and nephews come over. They're just cheap little Crayola, plastic pencil or colored pencils. Obviously, the better quality, the more these butterflies will look. And then you're also going to need some dye-based ink. And I have these ones called Tumbolt or something like that. Tumbot. But you could also use, let's see, I have these Martha Stewart crafting markers. As long as they're dye-based ink and they activate with water, you can certainly use those. And then you're also going to need some sort of permanent or archival ink. So I've used these Sharpies, the fine-tipped ones, and I've also used these zig markers. They're archival quality, it says. Okay, and then you're going to need a little thing of alcohol and some Q-tips. And I believe that's all. Oh, and for added embellishment, you want to get some liquid pearls or some sort of a metallic pen, and then some glitter. So I'll go ahead and get started with you. So first things first, you start off with this little butterfly, okay, and then you want to end up with this first. So what you do is, I'll go over with you. So I already got one side started already. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit so you guys can see this awesome technique. Okay, so you're going to get your permanent marker, and you are going to just do a squiggly line. It doesn't have to be perfect because butterflies are not all the same. So, and that's the beauty of this, is you can pretty much, there's no way messing up these butterflies. So there we go. So you got that, and you want to make sure, because do you see this still, how shiny it is because the ink is still wet? So you want to make sure that you let it dry completely before you actually do anything with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start coloring it in. So I decided to do a pink butterfly today. So with the colored pencils, what you're going to do is you are going to get a light color of what you want, and then you're going to get a darker color. So you need two different colored pencils, a light and a dark, and then you're also going to need a permanent marker, dark enough so you can kind of make the veins of the butterfly wings. So I got this dark pink, and then I also got another pink that was dye-based ink. So again, these are the colors you will need. You'll need a permanent ink, a dye ink, and then two different colored pencils, a light and a dark version. Okay, so first things first, you're going to take your permanent marker, and you got to make sure you're using the fine tip, okay? So then you are going to start from the center and just flick out, kind of making the veins of this butterfly. Okay, so you're going to flick it out, and I like to just kind of go over it twice so you get a little bit of a thicker look in the butterfly. And you always want to start from the center and flick out because you don't want some heavy lines showing up in your butterfly. So I think that's about how I want it. Make sure I get that in there. Okay, so then, and those permanent inks, they dry really fast, so you don't have to worry about, you know, coloring over it and having the ink smear. Okay, so you're going to take your lighter color, and you're actually going to start off from the center, but you're not going to press very hard because you just want a really light color. And you're not going to go all the way to the black edge. You're going to leave about, I would say about 1/8 of an inch from where you're coloring to the edge of that. So we'll do that on both sides. And it doesn't have to be perfect, guys. So here we go. So there we go. And see how I left, see how I left the space in between the black and the pink color? Okay, so next thing you're going to do is you're going to get your darker color pencil, okay? So you are going to, again, start from the center, making sure to loosen up pressure as you go out towards the wings, because you want a lot of the color concentrated in the middle, because it's going to give it a more 3D effect. And I'll show you how. So this one I did on gold embossed vellum, but as you can see, I put a lot of the color concentrated in the middle and then lightened it up towards the outside. And so you can probably see it better on the white cardstock. There we go. So that's the look we want to achieve today. So again, we're still coloring mostly in the middle, not going out as far, because you want a lot of the color in the middle. Sorry, I got a little bit of a runny nose. Okay. So that's about how I want it to look. I'm actually going to fan this out a little bit more with my lighter color on this side. Alright. So there we go. I got the look that I want to, oops, sorry. I got the look that I want to achieve. And then you're going to take your dye-based ink, okay? And this is what I want you to do. I don't want you to go color all the way around, because these, especially these Tumbot ones, or whatever you call them, they tend to have a lot of ink that comes out. So you're just going to kind of do like a little triangle pattern. And you're just going to mostly have all the ink on top of the wings. And as you get down, you're going to not put as much color. But you want to highlight the bottom ones. And I'll show you why. You don't need a whole lot with these ones. The Martha Stewart ones, you might need a little bit more ink, but these ones you don't. So you're going to dip your Q-tip in a little bit of alcohol, so I don't have a whole lot on there. You probably can't see it. But anyways, so with the alcohol dipped Q-tip, you're just going to drag that dye-based ink all the way to the edge. So you're going to start from the middle and drag it to the edge. And you don't want to drag it over the permanent marker, because if it's not dry enough, it'll smear into your color. So look at that awesome butterfly already. So you could even stop right here and just embellish it. But like I said, I like to just do a little bit extra. Whoops, sorry. A little bit extra. And I put the liquid pearl on the edge. And I also sometimes do glitter in the middle of the wings. So that one's up to you. And I have also done it on these tiny, tiny butterflies. Let me see if am I getting that in the frame? Yeah, so these tiny little butterflies. And they're not all perfect. They're all not all the same. But you know what? That is the beauty of crafting. Okay, so what I'm going to do with my liquid pearls is I'm just going along the edge of my butterfly, and this is where you really can cover up any lines that you don't like and just make the butterfly your own. Alright, and so I like to hold the butterfly from the tip, okay, and then I'm just going to put 4 dots right on this wing. And this butterfly is about 1 3/4 of an inch, so it's not entirely too big. Okay, so, and then I just put 3 on the bottom. And voila, when you let it dry, it'll dry perfectly. Let me just move this out of the way. Okay, And so this one I did put glitter on, but when you let it dry, it's going to look like this if you put the glitter in the middle, okay? So you could still probably just put a pop dot on it and it'll look like it's kind of perched on something. But what I like to do is I like to curl the edges of the wings. So you get the smallest part of the paintbrush or whatever you're rounding it on and just curve it all the way to the end, okay? So you're going to curve it, and then you're just going to kind of work with it. So that way when you do pop dot it down, where's my other butterflies? Oh, right up here. Okay. So when you do pop it down, it's going to be ready to go. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If I left anything out, go ahead and ask any questions. Well, I hope you guys have a wonderful time crafting and have a fun time trying it out. Bye!